Hi, I'm Mike Reichenbach, an Extension educator based at the Cloquet Regional Extension Office. Angie Gupta and I have been working with Minnesota woodland owners for a combined total of more than 35 years. We're excited to provide this introduction to forest planning. A plan is not a single, all-encompassing document. In this presentation, I provide an overview of why planning is important. I compare 3 plans that are commonly used in Minnesota. I provide a question for personal reflection and tie the planning process back to family communications. I also conclude with some resources you can use to better understand the history of your property. When landowners begin planning, foresters most often ask them to start with their goals. However, you may want to spend some time thinking about what is special about your property. What's special to you, to your family, and to others who may use the land? You have some ideas about what you hope may happen. You have some dreams about what might be possible. Write these thoughts down. Consider the history of the land, how the woods became what they are today, the condition of the woodland today, and how the woodland will develop into the future. For some of this information, you may wish to contact a forester or other natural resource professional. Natural resource professionals can help you develop goals that you can act on, and the goals have specifics with The goals will have specific details with projected dates for accomplishment. The plan you develop becomes a record of your management ethic and reflects the importance of the property to you, your capacity to conduct the work, the ecology of the woodland, legal constraints, local markets for products, and more. So there are different types of plans, and each of these will address different needs. 3 different plans shown here, the Woodland Stewardship Plan, Conservation Activity Plans, and My Land Plans. I'll review each one. You can read more about the Forest Stewardship Plans or Woodland Stewardship Plan in the Woodland Stewardship Book, 2nd edition. The Stewardship Plan is one requirement that you can use to be eligible for special property tax programs or special incentive payment programs in Minnesota. The plan developed provides an overview of the woodland and lists recommended management activities. This plan can also be used as an important tax document by describing your business intention. If you own the woodland as a business, it may have tax advantages. So including the goal in your plan that you are increasing the volume and value of your woodland may provide evidence that can elevate the management of your woodland from a hobby to a business. If you don't already have a stewardship plan and want to learn more, contact a forest stewardship plan preparer. The conservation activity plans may qualify you for cost share for specific woodland management activities from the Natural Resource Conservation Service. To find out what management activities might be eligible, contact your county's Natural Resource Conservation Service office. My Land Plan is a planning tool that allows you to develop your own plan. This tool can be used to delineate property boundaries, to locate special places on your property, to begin planning out what activities you want to do. We'll introduce you to My Land Plan as part of Module 2 of this Master Woodland Owner program. So plans provide creative solutions that take into account the biological constraints, the financial realities, and your personal values. Regardless of the type of plan, plans provide you with a means to achieve what you would like to do. Know and be able to share with your forester your personal reasons for owning woodland. For example, what is that special place in your woods? And I define a special place by possibly a smell, the memories a certain tree has, or the connections you have with the land and its history. These personal connections, when shared with a resource professional, will allow that professional to begin a process of helping you develop realistic goals. Your hopes and dreams may be tempered by biological constraints and financial realities. A resource professional can introduce you to options for caring for your land. Also, learn about the history of the woodland and think about what your woodland might look like in 25, 50, or 100 years. Some questions to think about include: how long have you owned the land? Is it a family ownership? Often, family ownerships can be traced back for generations. Think about what the forest was like 25, 50, or 150 years ago. Taking care of a wooded property is a long-term proposition that transcends one's lifetime. Planning for the future can include consideration of property transfer to the next owner or next generation. Who you think will own the land 50 years from now may influence your goals. So work with a forester or other natural resource professional. So to start the process, just in summary, the process includes recognition of your values, hopes, and dreams in relation to the history of the woodland, the current condition of the woodland, and your future desired condition of the woodland. A forester or other natural resource professional can help you with this process. And you may wish to initiate a discussion with family members or other co-owners of the property, and starting with what's of value to you is important. This heirloom scale can be used to initiate this discussion. So where on a scale of 1 to 10 would you place yourself? 1 being the property is just a financial asset, and 10 being the property is a priceless family heirloom. Learning about the history of your land can be done through looking at land survey records, contacting family or neighbors, written or oral history, looking at historic documents, or other historic association records. A forester can often provide insight into the past history and development of the forest by looking at the tree species on the land, knowing the tree age, looking at the distribution of the trees over the property. Copies of the original Public Land Survey plats of Minnesota and the copies of the Public Land Survey field notes are all available online, and these resources are listed in Module 1. So planning is a process that involves many activities in the development of one or more documents, and the process may involve contacting a wide variety of people. The team can involve a forester or other natural resource professional who will help you develop goals that can be acted on, providing prescriptions for the management of your woodland. Involving a forester is particularly important if you wish to improve the health and value of your woodland. Other natural resource professionals may also be involved. You may want to include someone with some soils background or wildlife or fisheries experience. It's likely you'll work with more than one natural resource professional over the time you own the property. If you're planning to transfer your land from one generation to the next, you may be involving an attorney, a certified public accountant, a banker, or a chartered life underwriter/insurance agent. The attorney should have some expertise or experience with forest land transfer, and the attorney can help you guide the formation and articulation of your objectives, supervise the personal data that's needed for land transfer, look at the estate, and work with other professionals to develop a plan for you. Certified public accountant can advise on estate, gift, and income tax law. A banker can administer trusts, and the insurance agent can help meet the estate's estimated financial needs through the purchase of insurance. So, if you've got questions, contact either myself, Mike Reichenbach, or Angie Gupta, and there are web links or other resources listed in a document in Module 1 of the Master Woodland Owner program. Thank you.